Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, wake the hell up, turn the volume up, because we got this week's episode of the Don't Tell Mama Sports Podcast. I'm your host, Matt Cobold, here in Denver, joined by my guy, Maxwell Faulkner, out there in Nashville, Tennessee. Maxie, how was your birthday last weekend, brother?
Oh, thanks for asking, Cole Breezy. Thanks for asking. It was nice. Okay, it was a bit rainy over here, but no complaints, man. I had smooth brews. Dude, we baked a cake. We baked a cake, okay?
Nice.
Mostly my wife. It was mostly my wife. I love her. The fact that she would go out of her way to make it for me. I helped a little bit. Cole Breezy, have you ever seen a cooking show? You know, like a competition cooking show, things like that?
Kelly's brother and wife definitely like those, so
Yeah.
I've seen a couple down there.
So if you ever seen it, for all the fans out there, if you ever seen a baking show, they give these guys like 8 hours. All right. And you're like, what, why do they need 8 hours to make a cake? All right. I found out over the weekend why. All right.
Oh.
It took us like 5 hours to bake this cake, but damn, it was worth it. Oh my
Nice.
goodness. It was a double layered chocolate coconut cream filling.
That's a lot.
Coconut cream cheese filling, frosting
Whoa.
on top, and to top it all off, homemade chocolate ganache with my put it on the top of mine. You know, happy birthday, Max! Happy birthday! Wow, it was absolutely delicious. We still have a butt ton in the fridge. We're gonna put that into the freezer
ton.
because I can't eat anymore. I feel so gross. I feel gross. Yeah.
How's your butthole feeling?
You know, it was definitely not doing too hot. All right, definitely
Yeah.
burned a little bit. You know, I
Oh.
never thought that I would have spicy poops from eating
Oh.
cake. I didn't think that was a thing. Okay, but definitely was dealing with that for a day or two.
Well, you know what you can do if you got some spicy poops.
You tell me. Yes,
You can put
doctors.
on the Dr. Serlin's, the #1 ointment in the northern Indiana region. Put this on your butthole. Put this on your inner thighs. You got a bed sore on your heel. Put it on your heel. Okay, this thing, quote from my dad, you go to bed crying like a baby. You wake up a new man. Okay?
Thank you,
Dr. Serlin's.
You know, I should have asked for that for my birthday. You should have sent it. You know,
Ah.
I should have asked. I should have asked. And I put it on my birthday list. Didn't get it. But Cole Breezy, what's going on with you, my man? How was your weekend? How's the week starting?
Good weekend over here. Been beautiful, beautiful weather. Hanging out with friends from Indiana. Jake and Lena were here all week, so that was a good time. Went for a hike yesterday, Flatirons in Boulder. You know, I took you and Claudia on that one, my favorite hike.
It's a nice one.
Hit that after work yesterday, so just enjoying the weather here, man. It's 90 degrees,
Whoa.
91,
Whoa.
91
Whoa.
right now. So it's
That's
definitely
hot.
the hottest day so far. Loving June. June is one of my most favorite months.
Definitely. I mean, me being in my birthday month, yeah. And then also, I just remember the breaking out of school, right, Cole Breezy? Okay, you get
Oh.
out of school early June.
Best time.
Sometimes it was on my birthday. There was a couple
Ooh,
years it was on my
That's a
birthday.
celebration.
Oh my
That's
goodness.
fun.
That
That's
now.
fun.
Mhm.
Well, we got a big podcast this week, Max. You know, let's rewind real quick to last week. The 100th episode of the Don't Tell Mama Sports Podcast is out there. Last week, we did a top 10 all-time NBA players, had 5 guys involved. Juicy, had some debates. There's always going to be debate. There's always going to be debate there. But I'd be interested in your guys' top 10. People out there, send it in. Send us top 5, top 3, top 10, whatever. Max, can you mention that poll for the NBA that we have for one more week?
Yes, yes. So first off, yes, we do want to hear about your top 10, everybody. There's some people that literally are just commenting, oh, you guys have no idea what you're talking about. Then let us know what
Send
you
yours
think.
in, Queeve.
Yeah, let us know what you think, and let's have a little debate about it. You know, don't just talk shit. You got to walk the walk and talk the talk, right? I hate
Yeah.
the people that think that they're hot shit, and then they can't even back it up. It's like, just put it in the comments, bruh. Just put it in the
Easy.
comments. Jeez.
Easy.
Jeez.
Easy.
Anyway, but thank you everyone for coming out to the Don't Tell Mama Sports
Hell
podcast
yeah.
tonight. Please like, comment, and subscribe. We love
Hell
you.
yeah.
And hey, for those fans out there, we are getting hot on this poll that we had for NBA's biggest douchebag. And hey, it's on YouTube right now, and it's part of our poll system on YouTube. just do it there. I was doing it on Instagram, but not as many votes as I would want. Just sticking with YouTube. All right, so we're cutting it close. It might be announced next week. Go Breezy.
Next week, announcing next week.
All right, so get your votes in now. You can even leave it in the comments. We'll take that as well. All right, leave it in the comments as well. And also, Breezy, I got a little surprise for you. Look at that number right there.
Surprise!
Look at that number.
How much more than last week?
So that's 1.63 thousand for people that don't have their glasses on or are just listening at home. I believe that is 60 more than last week. An additional 60. I believe we're at 1.57. Thank you, everybody.
Staying consistent.
Oh, my goodness. We love you. We love you. Let's keep it going.
Thank you. This week on the Don't Tell Mama Sports Podcast, we are covering 3 sports, Max. I think we're covering 3 sports. The NFL, quickly. A little bit of MLB. You know, we're in June now. MLB's picking up, Max. And, of course, the NBA. Because we got to talk about the NBA Finals. They're set right now. The Boston Celtics, the Dallas Mavericks, they're meeting at the top of the mountain. Let's talk about Boston first here, Max. Okay. This is their 23rd finals appearance in franchise history. Oh my goodness. They're 17-5. They're 17-5 in the finals.
Oh,
yeah. Their most recent trip was 2022 when they lost to the Warriors. They were up 2-1 in that series. Lost 3 in a row. Boston's 17 titles are tied with the Lakers for the most in NBA history. So if they get this one, going to be the best team ever.
Heck yeah. Oh, well, congratulations. Not yet.
Yeah,
congratulate. Yeah, Jay, a little premature there.
Jumping the gun on me.
Jeez.
The Celtics' path this season to the finals. They went 12-2 in the playoffs. They played Miami. Yeah, they went 12-2 in the playoffs. They played Miami in the first round. Jimmy Butler missed time. Terry Rozier didn't play. Jaime Jaquez was out late. Okay. They move on, play Cleveland. No Jared Allen. No Donovan Mitchell for 2 games. Okay. They move on there to play my Pacers, who didn't have Halliburton for the last 2 games, and also no Ben Mathurin for the whole series. Okay. So maybe this was kind of a lucky. This was kind of a lucky path, but I mean, no fault to Boston. No fault to Boston. You got to play who you play. But guess what? They didn't have to play Giannis. They didn't have to play Joel Embiid. Mm-hmm. They're never going to have an easier path to the finals. Okay? They're never going to have an easier path to the finals. Jason Tatum, the favorite for finals MVP right now. He became only the second Celtic ever to average 30 points, 10 boards, and 5 assists in a playoff series when he did it against the Pacers. Huh. The other Celtic, of course, Larry Legend. He did it twice.
Ooh, Larry, baby. Top 10 NBA players of all time.
No doubt about it. Number 10 for me, I believe. I'll tell you right now because I got number 10 right there.
Number 8 for me. Nice. But very close. We're still close.
Nice. I think a big factor here is going to be Kristaps Porzingis. This is a little bit of a revenge series. Let's not forget he was in Dallas, Max. He is expected to play in game 1 after getting hurt against Miami. I believe in game 3 or 4, he hurt that calf against Miami. He hasn't played since. Okay. He is expected to play in game 1 tomorrow, Thursday, June 6th.
Okay.
Porzingis, you know, maybe a little bit of motivation here being from Dallas. He didn't really leave hated like maybe Kyrie left Boston hated.
Yeah.
But he was just a big disappointment. Big disappointment in Dallas. Porzingis was he didn't really fit with Luka.
Mm-hmm.
Max, do you agree with the betting markets that the Celtics should be heavy favorites in this series? And what do you think about the Celtics?
Ooh, with that stacked lineup, not only Jason Tatum, but we got Jaylen Brown. You just brought up Porzingis, Al Horford, Derek White plays defense and is
Drew
a pretty
Holiday.
solid. Drew Holiday plays defense and is a great point guard. Dude, they're stacked. They're stacked. Just by looking at the names on the sheet, I mean, they got the better team. I mean, that's really all I got to say. Jason Tatum, one of the premier faces in the league, top 10. Can we say top 10?
Yeah.
Top 5? Maybe.
It's a debate.
That's top 5's a debate. Top 10 for sure.
Top 10 better be in there.
Yeah.
Better be in there.
Yeah. So, you know, I'm really excited to see this matchup against Luka, though. Okay, because I keep thinking that Luka's a top 5 player. All right, I keep saying that. He's definitely top 10, definitely, but top 5, yeah.
No debate. Top 5. No debate.
So them going up against each other, it's going to be a lot of fun. But Cole Breezy, what else you got on these NBA Finals, man?
Let's look at the Dallas Mavericks now. This is their third finals appearance in franchise history. Only their third time getting there. They're, of course, 2011. They were the champions with Dirk,
Yep.
J. Kidd, Tyson Chandler. And they and they also made it in 2006 when they lost to Miami and Shaq and D Wade, a young D
Oh,
Wade.
that was
there.
awesome. I forgot about that. That was an awesome series.
Yeah. So this is now their third finals appearance for Dallas. That's awesome. The Mavs beat 3 of the West top 4 teams, all without home court advantage.
Nice.
Number 4, the 4 seed Clippers, 1 seed Thunder, 2 seed, 3 seed Minnesota, 3 seed Minnesota.
Ooh.
3 of the top 4 teams in the West, Clippers did it without home court advantage. Wow. They are the 6th team seeded 5th or worse to make the finals. Only the 6th time a team seeded 5th or worse has made the finals. Luka Doncic is leading the playoffs in points, rebounds, and assists. The only player to ever do that for an entire postseason is Nikola Jokic last season. Okay. Luka recorded his 6th triple-double of these playoffs in Game 4 against Minnesota. The most triple-doubles in a single postseason. So Luka's got 6. He's tied there with Magic Johnson and Draymond Green. They both had 6. You got Wilt Chamberlain in 1967 had 7. Real quickly, the disrespect, the bamboozlement, the run amok that Will did not have Wilt Chamberlain in his top 10 last week. Oh my goodness.
Yes, definitely. Definitely. And also disrespect towards a handful of comments out there saying, oh, he played against plumbers. You know,
Electricians.
It was his time. That he was the best player in his time. Shut the hell up.
So Wilt had 7 triple-doubles in the 1967 postseason, and the leader for most triple-doubles in a postseason last year, Nikola Jokic with 10. Okay? Wow. So you got Jokic with 10, Wilt with 7, Luka, Magic, Draymond with 6. Luka could climb up that board. He's got a couple more games, could do it. He could catch Jokic. He could pass Wilt possibly.
Yeah.
Luka was also the scoring champion this year. The last scoring champion to win the NBA title, you got to go all the way back to 2000 and Shaq Diesel.
Oh, wow.
The last scoring champion to win the championship. 2000 Shaq. Wow. We talked about Porzingis got some revenge. Kyrie Irving definitely has motivation in this series. He played 2 seasons in Boston after demanding a trade from Cleveland. He announced to Boston that he was going to return, only to leave to form a super team in Brooklyn with Kevin Durant and James Harden. We all know how that worked out.
Yeah, how did that? Yeah, exactly.
When Kyrie came back for Brooklyn, the fans are booing him. He's flicking them off, middle fingers. He's stomping on Lucky the Leprechaun at midcourt, wiping his freaking shoe on his face. Okay, it's going to be spicy. Okay, the fans are going to be ready tomorrow night in Boston for Kyrie's return. Luka and Kyrie, let's look at them as a duo real quick, Max. They each scored 36 points in Dallas's closeout win over Minnesota. The last teammates did each score 35-plus points in a conference finals game. Got to go back to 2000 again. Kobe and Shaq.
Wow.
Kobe and Shaq.
Wow. Okay. Wow.
And this is also the 4th time these playoffs that Luka and Kyrie both have gone over 30 points. The only duo to do that more times in a single postseason, Jerry West and Elgin Baylor.
That's a long time ago.
That's a long time, boys. Max, is this one of the best offensive backcourts that we've seen? And do they have enough help around them to win a championship?
Whew. I don't know about the help. To be perfectly honest. But yes, offensive duo. Yeah. I was just about to ask you, comparing. What do you think? Jason Tatum or Jaylen Brown, or Luka and Irving? I mean, it's pretty good, but I think it's Luka and Irving. Yeah,
that's a debate. Definitely, that's a debate.
I think I'm going to lean Luka and Irving on that, especially with these stats that you were just bringing up that we haven't seen since. When was Jerry West? The 60s?
The 60s.
Ooh, jeez Louise. History likes to repeat itself. It really does. But yeah, this is going to be a fun series. I think it's going to be more competitive than we think. You know, yeah, I don't know what really else to say, because I know we're going to make our our predictions in a second. I don't want to go too far ahead.
Definitely some analysts have brought up the best offensive backcourt possibly. Like Stan Van Gundy's been talking about it. Reggie Miller's been talking about it. Offensively, backcourts, you got to think of, I think Stephen Clay probably have that title right now. Stephen Clay.
Yeah.
But Luka and Kyrie might be right up there offensively. And next week, if they're winning this series, we definitely have to talk about that, Max.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Let's look at the finals right now. Preview, Max. Give me a prediction. What are you thinking? Dallas, Boston, how many games? Who's the finals MVP? How are you feeling?
Okay. Now, might not be. I'm not jumping off a bridge on this one. I'm probably picking the favorite. I'm going the Boston Celtics in 6. I'm going the Boston Celtics in 6 games. They have the better team. They're deeper. They have the experience. And yeah. And also, real quick, Breeze, I don't know if you got this update, okay? But I'm hearing rumors that the Lakers are reaching out to Kyrie Irving to try to get him to go to the Lakers. And what's so annoying, it's like they're in the finals. You can't wait until after. You can't wait until they're done. So then now it's all in Kyrie's head. Yeah, maybe. If it's true, then it's going to be in his head. It's going to be all in his head. It's, oh, what books am I going to make? Should I go to LA? It's how these players think these days. I hope that his mind is on the NBA Finals to win another one because he only has one. He won one with LeBron and when was that?
2016, I believe.
20. Yeah. Okay. It's been a while. It's been a while from him. He wants another one. So I think it's going to be a tough matchup, but I think the Boston Celtics are just way better. Cole Breezy, what do you think?
Real quick, I think Kyrie better stay in Dallas. I think he's got something good going there. The guys love him. City seems to love him. I think he should stay with Luka there. A 25-year-old Luka or a 40-year-old LeBron. What do you want to pair with?
Bronny showing up.
Yeah, Bronny could be a part of a big three there with Glass Bones Davis. But Max, I'm feeling Boston also. They feel like they squandered that 2022 finals. They were up 2-1. Game 4 was at home. They feel like they squandered that one. Boston won 64 games this year. Let's not forget that was 7 more than anyone else, and that was 14 more than anyone else in the East. Wow. Boston had a hell of a season. Okay. Yeah. I love their defensive versatility. That's the biggest thing for me. Drew Holiday was all defensive second team.
Nice.
Luka has come out multiple times and said Drew Holiday is the best perimeter defender in the league. Luka has said that. You got my guy Derek White, all defensive second team this season. Jaylen Brown feels like he was snubbed for the all defensive team. Orford, he's always in the right spot at the right time. He just turned 38, I think, yesterday, but he's always at the right spot, in the right spot at the right time. And you got that 7'3" Porzingis, okay? Whether he's defensive minded or not, he's going to be a factor with those long arms by the rim. I like the multiple bodies that Boston can put on Luka, that they can put on Kyrie, switching it up. And, people want to say, oh, the experience, Kyrie's a champion. Well, Drew Holiday is too.
Yeah.
Drew Holiday's a champion. Yeah. Let's not forget that. And then lastly, for me, the what sealed the deal for me, going with Boston here, not only because I think they're the better team, deeper, but you see the Dallas Mavericks locker room party after they beat Minnesota. Guys are drinking, popping bottles like they just won the championship, and that's fine. You celebrate.
Go to the finals.
I would do the same. I would do the same, but they're Instagram live, posting a bunch of shit, having a good time as they should be. But you don't see that in the Boston locker room. Okay, Boston knows there's more work to do. Dallas is here for the first time. All these guys besides Kyrie. Boston was just there 2 years ago. I got the Boston Celtics in 6 games, just like you, Max, 4-2. Same thing.
Nice. This is going to be fun, everybody. Put it on the telly starting tomorrow night, baby.
Can't wait. ABC, baby. Boston, Dallas. This is going to be a sexy finals. Sexy finals, young studs. Luka and Tatum. Yeah. Kyrie, Jaylen Brown. I love it, Max.
I wouldn't doubt if Luka puts up a 40 ball tomorrow night, but Jason Tatum hits the game winner.
Moving along this week on the Don't Tell Mama Sports Podcast, let's talk about a little bit of NFL right now because we love fantasy football, and damn it, people are reporting for camp here not too long. We're going to be talking a lot of fantasy, but we got to talk about Justin Jefferson because we got breaking news out of Minneapolis, Minnesota. The Minnesota Vikings have just made star wide receiver Justin Jefferson the highest paid non-quarterback in NFL history after signing him to a 4-year, $140 million extension that includes $110 million guaranteed. The 2022 Offensive Player of the Year set a Vikings franchise record, passing Randy Moss with 1,809 receiving yards.
Wow.
Oh, my God. The soon-to-be 25-year-old set the NFL record for the most receiving yards in the first 3 seasons of a career with 4,825. Through JJ's first 4 seasons, he is averaging 98.3 receiving yards per game. That is the most in NFL history for any career span. And he's also averaging 6.5 receptions per game. That is the second most for any receiver in his first 4 seasons.
Nice.
Last season, Max, he missed 7 games and parts of 2 others due to a hamstring injury.
Yeah.
But still managed to record 68 catches for 1,074 yards and 5 tutties in those 10 games.
Sheesh.
Those 1,074 receiving yards were the most ever by a player who played 10 games or fewer in a season. According to Adam Schefter, Jefferson turned down an extension last offseason that would have paid him $28 million annually. He bet on himself, waited it out. He's now getting $35 million annually.
Ooh.
This extension runs through the 2028 season. Max, there's no doubting Justin Jefferson. But is there a lower ceiling for him because he'll be attempting to catch balls from Sam Darnold and J.J. McCarthy?
You know, I don't think you have to worry as far as Justin Jefferson. You could throw that ball almost to the 3rd row, and he'll jump up and catch it. All right, this guy, it's unbelievable what he can do. I think he'll still put up numbers. I don't think he's going to put up like the 1,800-yard season that he had a couple years ago. He had no
2022.
It was 2022. Yeah, not last year, obviously, but yeah. I don't think he's doing that. Okay, but if you're looking for 1,200 yards, 90 catches, and maybe 10 touchdowns, I think so. I think so easily. Yeah, this guy's a stud, and I mean he's going to be going in the first round regardless. Okay, if you're not keeping him, if you're not in a keeper league, everybody like we are, this guy's going first round easy.
That's my last question there, Max. Do you think Queef Wilson is going to be keeping Justin Jefferson this year?
100%. I would have to see. I don't even have to look at his roster. I don't have to look at his roster.
Invited him on again. Queef Wilson was too nervous to make an announcement, so we don't know for sure. Moving along on the Don't Tell Mama Sports Podcast this week, let's talk a little baseball here, Max, because we got some disappointing breaking news out of Atlanta, Georgia. Atlanta Braves phenom Ronald Acuna Jr. has just suffered a season-ending torn ACL in his left knee. This is after the 26-year-old from Venezuela tore the ACL in his right knee in July of 2021. The 4-time All-Star returned to full health last season and won the 2023 National League Most Valuable Player. Listen to these stats last year, Max. He batted .337. That was second in baseball. He scored 149 runs. That was first in baseball by 18. He led baseball with 217 hits. He was fifth in baseball with 41 dingers. He was tied for eighth in baseball with 106 ribbies. He led baseball with 383 total bases. He led baseball with 73 steals.
Whoa.
He led baseball with a .416 on-base percentage. He was fourth in baseball with a .596 slugging percentage. He was fourth in baseball with a 1.012 OPS, and he was second in baseball with an 8.1 wins above replacement. Max, those were all top 8, top 4, top 2, top 1 that he led baseball in. A freaking stud, Ronald Acuna Jr., reigning MVP. What does 2 ACL tears mean for Ronald Acuna Jr., and where did the Braves go from here?
Oh, my gosh. Is it the same ACL or his other knee? I didn't read that.
Other knee.
Wow,
Other knee.
Both ACLs are out now. What's incredible is that he tore his ACL, comes back, and gets 73 stolen bases. So
wow,
I wouldn't doubt that he's still going to be able to steal bags the way that he does. I wouldn't say 73, but you know what? Are you going to complain if he's getting 40? Right? You're going to complain if he gets 30, 30, 40? No,
Seriously.
no, you're not.
Seriously.
It's such a bummer, Cole Breezy, because this is, I'm going to say, the second best player in baseball, because we here on the Don't Tell Mama, what the hell is up with these balloons? What I put number 2 up and balloons pop up. Ruining my mojo, ruining my mojo on Ronald Acuna. But second best player in baseball, because here on the Don't Tell Mama Sports Podcast, we love Shohei Ohtani, and we think that he is, I mean, just something else. I mean, we haven't seen this since Babe Ruth, right? But anyway, we'll go back to Ronald Acuna. When you see one of the top players in the game go down, man, it breaks your heart. It just breaks your heart, especially for Atlanta, because Atlanta, they need him. They need this guy in a division where we're going to be talking about the Phillies in a little bit. With the Phillies, oh my gosh, you need the second best player in baseball to get past the Phillies this year. I don't think it's going to happen, but Ronald Acuna, I hope a safe recovery and that you are able to just get right back on the field next season and do what you always do with two strong knees.
Freaking devastating. Definitely go watch the clip. He knows the rehab. He knows the mental hurdles. He doesn't have as many mental hurdles now because he's been through it already. Came back, won MVP. So I'm not going to doubt him. But damn it, there's not a long track list of guys blowing out both ACLs and coming back and being studs. But I'm not going to put it past him. The 26-year-old from Venezuela, Ronald Acuna Jr., he adds a lot of spice to that Atlanta lineup for sure.
Yeah.
Moving along on the Don't Tell Mama Sports Podcast, we got more breaking news out of Major League Baseball. It's another week, and we have another gambling scandal in the MLB. Major League Baseball came out yesterday and issued a lifetime ban for San Diego Padres infielder Tucupita Mercano. An investigation found that Mercano placed bets on the MLB that also involved his own team while he was with the Pirates last season. According to the MLB's press release, Mercano placed 387 baseball-related bets from October 2022 through November of 2023, totaling over $150,000 wagered. The investigation found that Mercano lost every parlay he placed on the Pirates and actually only won 4.3% of his MLB-related bets. He only won 4.3% of his MLB-related bets. Wow. Tucupita Mercano finishes his baseball career at 24 years old, appearing in 149 games across 3 seasons for the Padres and Pirates, batting .217 with 5 dingers and 34 ribbies. Max, what do you think about another gambling scandal in the MLB and Tucupita Mercano?
I'm going to go ahead and say that I actually haven't heard of this player. So he's a bench player, but our buddy actually texted us the other day about this story, and he brought up that on average, a bench player gets about $750,000 a year, and that's the lowest. Okay, they could still make more money as a bench player. You mean you're going to jeopardize $750,000 a year to go bet for what? For what reason? Unreal, man. I think I'm not understanding this. I don't understand this illegal bookkeeping. If you're so eager to bet, just do freaking what's the betting stuff that you do, Kobe? FanDuel, DraftKings. Do that shit.
I believe that's what he was doing, but that is also against MLB rules.
Oh, it is.
Yeah. Gotcha. You can't wager on any games if you're playing.
Fair enough. Then scratch that.
Illegal or legal gambling, yeah.
Scratch that.
Still illegal for you as a player.
Still, come on, man. Now, what are you gonna go do now? What are you gonna go do?
Exactly.
Exactly. It's inexcusable, and man, it's if I was the father, okay, not to go into his father. Well, okay. If I was the father, I'd be like, dude, all these years of me throwing the ball at you in the backyard.
I didn't think about that.
Playing catch, and then
you're
placing bets. Come on, man, what are you doing?
Lifetime ban. Lifetime ban. The MLB also announced that 4 other players have been suspended 1 year for gambling on baseball. Those are Oakland Athletics reliever Michael Kelly and 3 minor leaguers, Padres pitcher Jay Groom, Phillies infielder Jose Rodriguez, and D-backs pitcher Andrew Salfrank. More guys are gambling. I mean, pretty soon it's going to become irrelevant. Like, we're not even going to talk about it on this podcast because it's just keeping coming, dating back from last summer when we talked about Iowa and Iowa State. And now, especially in baseball, it's really picking up. Definitely the NFL suspended guys for a full year. Remember Isaiah Rodgers and the Colts? Multiple guys have been suspended in the NFL. Not too many in NBA. Of course, we got Jonte Porter with the lifetime ban from the Raptors. But definitely MLB, we're seeing is being investigated and found that they're gambling the most. But like I said, it might become pretty irrelevant here, Max.
Yep.
Let's move into our Scuba Steve team deep dive of the week. This is where we break down a team. We make a prediction at the end if they're going to make the playoffs, whatever. This week, we got the Philadelphia Phillies because, damn it, Max, they are balling. As of this morning, Wednesday, June 5th, the Phillies are 43-19. They have a plus 102 run differential. That is first in the National League and second in all of baseball. They are 7 games up on the Braves, who just lost Acuna Jr. for the NL East, and they are 5 games up on the Dodgers for first place in the NL.
Surprised. I'm a little surprised with the Ohtani sign, but a lot of baseball love.
That's going to be a good battle there if they meet up. Let's look at the batters first, Max. The batting categories. They are top 7 in 11 of 12. Top 7 in 11 of 12. They are 6th in batting average, 4th in on-base percentage, 7th in slugging, 5th in OPS. They are 1st by 12 in runs, tied for 4th in hits, 6th in dingers, 1st in ribbies by 8, 5th in total bases, 3rd in walks, and 4th in stolen bases. Top 7 in 11 of 12. They have 4 guys ranked in the top 80 from batting perspective in our Yahoo Fantasy League head-to-head categories. Start with first baseman Bryce Harper. He is ranked 22nd. 22nd.
Beast.
Your guy, outfielder Kyle Schwarber.
The Schwarbinator. Love Schwarber.
Ranked 26th. Great year. Might be a career year. Third baseman Alec Bohm. 38th.
Believe it's 38th.
Bohm. And middle infielder Bryson Stott, 79th. Those are your 4 batters ranked in the top 80. Phillies are top 7 in 11 of 12 batting categories. What do you think about those hitters for the Phillies, Max?
Great hitting. I mean, all outstanding hitters. Bryce Harper he just hits bombs. Kyle Schwarber, that's all he does. That's all he does is hit bombs, but he hits at 450 feet. That's the difference. Okay, this guy can check swing that. Can check swing and that ball goes over the out of the ballpark. The other guys, Alec Bohm, awesome, and Stott, contact hitter, it's awesome. The Phillies are for real. Oh my goodness, we're about to talk about pitching and their staff. This is going to be the difference, real quick, over the Dodgers. Just so we're clear. But go ahead, Breezy. Go ahead.
These pitchers, Max. 10 categories I look at here for the pitchers. They are top 8 in all of them, and they're top 5 in 8 out of 10. They are 2nd in ERA, tied for 8th in saves, 2nd in quality starts, 5th in hits allowed, 2nd in earned runs allowed, tied for 1st in homers allowed, tied for 7th in walks allowed, 1st in strikeouts by 20, 5th in on-base percentage allowed, and 4th in whip. Top 8 in all 10, top 5 in 8 out of 10. Oh my goodness. Let's look at these guys, starting with the big dog we talked about 2 weeks ago. Ranger Suarez, still ranked 1st in our Yahoo League. We got my guy, Aaron Nola, who I scooped up in the 2nd round, 13th overall player. Your guy, Zach Wheeler, ranked 17th. We got a reliever in Matt Strahm, ranked 88th. Reliever in Jeff Hoffman, 98th. Spencer Turnbull, a guy I traded, 118th.
Okay.
Reliever Jose Alvarado, 184th. And another guy for me, Christopher Sanchez, 198th. That is 2, 4, 6, 8 pitchers ranked in the top 200. Phillies are top 8 in all 10 pitching categories, top 5 in 8 out of 10. Max, what do you think about the guys on the mound for Philadelphia.
We're looking at the best rotation in the league. I know everyone that, especially with everyone with their short attention spans these days, all they want to see is home runs. They just want to see bombs to the fence and then players running around the base. But you have no idea why pitching is so important. If that's all you're looking at, oh my goodness. And the Phillies, dude, that starting crew is unbelievable. That's a big three. That's a three-headed monster, they like to call it, on the mound. Look out for these Philadelphia Phillies. They're gonna take away this NL East. They're taking this away. They're gonna be number one in the NL East for sure.
Ooh, already getting into the prediction. They're taking the NL East. Are you gonna say they're winning it all? How far are they getting, Max? Make a prediction. They're in the playoffs, no doubt for you.
They're in the playoffs, no doubt in my mind, Cole Breezy. No doubt. As far as going all the way to the World Series, which I believe they can do, I do think it's going to be, we already brought it up, against the Dodgers, okay? But the Dodgers, their pitching is no match for what we're seeing right here with the Phillies. That's a problem for the Dodgers. They may have those hitters, okay? But so do the Phillies. You guys kind of even out there. Almost, because Shohei Ohtani, okay, and Mookie. I mean, ooh, yeah, that's another big three right there. Ooh, okay. But the pitching is what's going to shut them down. Hey, Pittsburgh starter, rookie Jared Jones just pitched 6 shutout innings against the Dodgers. You don't think Zach Wheeler or Ranger Suarez can do that?
Or Aaron Nola?
We'll see.
All 3 of those guys ranked in the top 17 of our Yahoo League right now, Max. Big dogs. Looking at the NL East right now, they have an 8-game lead over the Braves, who just lost Ronald Acuna Jr., 15.5 over the Nationals, 17 over the Mets, and 22 over the Marlins. That's the Phillies division, man. That you chalk it up. I'm with you. Phillies, NL East champions, going to the playoffs. And yeah, I'm with you also. With the pitching advantage over the Dodgers right now on June 5th, the Phillies going to the World Series, man. The Phillies going to the World Series.
You're making that prediction right now. You're calling it?
Phillies are going. June 5th.
Okay, all
Phillies are going to
heard it.
2024 World Series, baby. Phillies are going.
I'd like to see it. I like the Phillies.
To finish us up this week on the Don't Tell Mama Sports Podcast, we got to give a shout out to one of my favorite guys in the game of basketball, Bill Walton, because we lost a legend this week, Max. Let's look back at his UCLA days real quick. He won 3 straight National Player of the Year awards from 1972 to 1974. Freshmen couldn't play varsity back then, so it's not like he had a chance at 4. Okay, he won all 3 when he was there. His career averages in those 3 seasons at UCLA, 20.3 points, 15.7 boards. They only kept track of assists in his last season, 5.5, and he shot 65% from the floor in those 3 seasons. Oh, my goodness.
Nice.
UCLA was national champions in 1972 and 1973 when he was there. He was involved in an 88-game winning streak. My God. And UCLA, from 1964 to 1975, 12 seasons in there, they won 10 out of 12 championships and 7 straight. My Lord, John Wooden.
Incredible. Best coach ever is John Wooden.
Yeah. In the whole game of basketball.
I'm talking any sport, period. John Wooden is the best coach. He's the best coach ever. That's another great we'll talk about that. We should do that debate.
Pyramid of success. John Wooden from Indiana. Let's not sleep on that.
Went to Purdue, baby. Hell
the Boilermakers.
The he played on the Boilermakers, man. How about it?
Back to Bill Walton. He was the number 1 pick in the 1974 draft. Funny story, he was out backpacking by himself, runs out of food. Okay, he runs out of food while he's backpacking, hitchhikes it 3, 4, 5 miles into town, goes to a gas station to get food, and the gas station clerk is like, "Congratulations, Bill. You know, the Blazers just picked you number 1. Congrats." Bill's just out backpacking during the draft, didn't give a shit. He was the number 1 pick, 1974 draft for the Blazers. In 1977, the Blazers won their first and only NBA title with Bill.
Wow.
He was Finals MVP that year. First and only. Finals MVP. That season, he was runner-up for MVP. He averaged 18.6 points, a league-leading 14.4 rebounds, 3.8 assists, and a league-leading 3.2 blocks. My goodness.
Oh, yeah.
The next season, he comes back. He wins the MVP in 1978. 18.9 points, 13.2 boards, 5 assists, 2.5 blocks. Dominating. But unfortunately, Max, Bill missed 3 of the next 4 seasons completely. And the one season he did play in those 4, he only played 14 games. He played 14 games in 4 seasons. But happily, he ended up latching on with the Celtics for the 85-86 season, won 6th Man of the Year and the NBA title.
Nice.
NBA
Hey, very nice.
Great finish to Bill's career. So what do you think about those numbers real quick, Max?
Outstanding. Another big man that it's going to be hard to see if we ever have a player like that. The big man has changed, right? And he was one of those guys. He was one of those big guys down low, 7 feet tall, did all his work down low. And a good passer.
Game.
And a good passer, yeah.
5 assists a game.
Yeah. No.
Bill Walton, he retired in 1988 from the NBA. So you and I didn't see him play, Max. We were born in 92. We didn't see him play. So the most I know of him was from his broadcasting, mostly Pac-12 games. He did a lot of NBA work. Bill Walton, so much energy when he's doing these games, so much love and passion for the game of basketball, always smiling.
Yeah.
And it comes as a huge surprise because growing up, even throughout college, his first couple years in the NBA, he had a huge lisp. He couldn't put together sentences, Max. People said they would look at their watch and it would take forever for Bill to get to a point. So I watched on ESPN, there's a documentary out called The Luckiest Guy in the World. The Luckiest Guy in the World. Go watch that. I only got to see the first part. No one's got time for 4 hours right now, but each one's an hour. I watched the first one and it was great. But they definitely talked about that lisp, and they have interviews with him from back then, and very shy and people talking for him. So I think what perseverance from Bill Walton to go from that to talking on TV for a living.
Sure, yeah.
And then also great perseverance from Bill Walton because of the injuries, the stress reactions, the fractures in his feet. Because he said that the Blazers coach, Blazers training staff, Blazers front office, nobody believed that he was hurt. Nobody believed him. And like I said, he played 14 games within 4 seasons. Nobody believed that he was hurt. He persevered, got back, went to Boston, won a championship. I love that. Go watch The Luckiest Guy in the World if you got some time. Like I said, I only got to watch the first episode, but it was great. A quote from somebody, I can't remember who it was, but a quote was, Bill Walton got the most. Let me see here. Bill Walton got the most out of every moment in life. I think that's a great description for Bill. He beat to his own drum. They talked about how for a little bit, Bill believed in photosynthesis for humans, that you could survive on water, sun, and nuts. So he was
big hippie. Oh, he's a hippie.
He believed that for a while. There was a Portland fan that came out and said if Bill would just eat a couple steaks, he would be fine and on the court. Bill Walton was a self-proclaimed deadhead. He said he had attended over 1,000 Grateful Dead concerts. Huge Grateful Dead guy, okay? Max, I had the honor of meeting Bill Walton very briefly at the 2015 NCAA championship game between Duke and Wisconsin. Not sure if I heard him first or saw him first coming down the hall because that voice just projects now so confident. I don't know if I saw him or heard him first, but damn it, I got in front of him. I sized him up like I was taking a charge. Bill was running free down the lane, and I'm not going to block Bill's shot, so I gotta put my body in front of him like I'm taking a charge. And of course, Big Jace was there. He made Jace look small. Back-to-back week shout outs for Jace. But great night there. Bill took a brief minute to stop and say hi to us and take a couple pictures. So shout out Bill Walton. I think he was not only one of the best players, I mean, top 50 maybe, top 50.
Okay.
MVP and 2 rings and a finals MVP. And even a better broadcaster because of the energy and the passion and the love that he brought to the game. You could just feel it coming out of him. Max, what do you think about Big Bill Walton?
before we jump into Bill, I got to talk about these pictures, Cole Breezy, that we have that we're showing here. Cole Breezy, you sizing them up, spreading those legs out. Yeah, you could have definitely took a charge. Okay.
Oh, I was ready.
That would have been.
He wasn't getting by me.
That would have been going the other way. Those were set. Those babies were set. Showing Bill Walton. Hey, I learned from John Wooden too. I got good feet. No, man, that's awesome. That's awesome that you a day you'll probably always remember. Meeting someone like that.
Definitely.
And also, you guys have a lot in common. You're both hippies, so so that's a lot to talk about.
That's a lot to talk about.
But Bill Walton, dude, he used to telecast the Maui Invitational every Thanksgiving break. Oh my gosh, I loved listening to him on the Maui Invitational. He's has a lot to say, a lot to talk about, and you're right. He's always happy, always a good time. Even just seeing him on the beach. Wearing this Grateful Dead shirt or whatever he was wearing, or his Hawaiian shirts. He just a passionate guy. And yeah, his basketball play was outstanding, obviously, but it's basketball wasn't what described Bill Walton. It was his personality and his love. And he brought it to a lot of people. And it's a bummer. It's really sad. Rest in peace, Bill. We're going to miss you. And other than that, we lost a good one. We lost a good one, but we know he's in a better place because he's a good man. He was a good man, and yeah, that's all I got to say about Bill Walton.
Bill Walton was a legend on the court and definitely a legend off the court. But Max, that's gonna do us this week for the Don't Tell Mama Sports Podcast, episode number 101. Definitely make sure people out there, you go back last week to watch that 100th episode where we did a top 10 all-time NBA players. That was a juicy one. A lot of clips, a lot of shorts out on that right now. Max, where can people find this episode at?
Yes, thank you everybody for coming out tonight on the Don't Tell Mama Sports Podcast. Please continue to like, comment, and subscribe. We have all these different shorts, all these different videos, and a lot of comments are coming in. Don't be afraid to start a debate. All right, I'll be happy to join in with you. Don't just say, "Oh, you guys suck." What? Okay, all right. I can just say it right back to you, but I feel like I'm the bigger man by not saying you suck too. But you can find us here on YouTube, Spotify, iHeartRadio, Apple Podcasts, Instagram, and X. Okay, that we're all on there, everybody. And other than that, Cole Breezy, man, we were flying. We flew through this episode. Oh, real quick, don't forget again to vote for NBA's biggest douchebag. Last week to do it. Okay, we're already over 100 and something votes right now, and we're still racking them in. Go get it now. Come on.
Yeah, definitely. And just looking forward here for the Don't Tell Mama Sports Podcast. We definitely have the NBA draft on deck. I love the NBA draft, so we'll be talking about some prospects. We'll be doing a top 10 mock. Excited for that. Definitely be talking more baseball still. More people are going to slap somebody off the field. We got football starting. We got the Olympics coming.
Baby mamas.
Baby mama drama out there. Baby mama drama is always going to be happening. But we got a lot to talk about coming up this summer, Max.
Yes, no doubt about it. Tyreek Hill more than likely has 3 more babies from 3 different baby mamas. We'll definitely talk about that coming up because you know it's going to happen. But also, Cole Breezy, I've been doing a lot of research on Zach Edey. All right, I've been watching a lot of NBA combine
Of course you
stuff.
have.
Oh my goodness.
Rising up the board, huh?
Oh, I'll tell you right now. If he's not a lottery pick, Cole Breezy, they are sleeping.
Juicy.
We're looking at a Nikola Jokic type of, I mean, like, how he was a 41st. He was, hold on. How he was a 41st pick. He was the 41st pick in the second round. If Zach Edey goes that late, we're looking at you slept. You fell asleep.
I agree.
This guy is going to be big time. Big time.
I agree.
But other than that, Cole Breezy, he's in the 20s. I think he'll be lucky if he gets 20. Top 13.
I said right around 20. Right around 20 is what I'm feeling. And yeah, it looks like his stock's rising.
Let's go, Zach Edey. You got this, man. I want my Purdue Zach Edey jersey. It's sold out, by the way. Sold freaking out.
Really?
Okay, you can get I want an authentic Zach Edey jersey, Final Four patch, all sold out. You can get the non-authentic. Why would you do that? Why are you going to spend $74 on a jersey? That's crap. So anyway, sold out, everybody. Zach Edey, big time. Look out.